Hi guys, this is Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge. Do you have a very tight budget, but you're looking for a new EDC knife and you like them a little bit on the small side? I know there's a few of you out there. This might be the knife that's for you. This is a Sanrenmu. It's got very good hand feel for a thin, light knife. We've got a modified tanto blade with 3 sharp edges, a sharp edge up here, sharp edge, and another sharp edge here. It's a high flat grind, a saber grind, and yet it's a chisel grind, only ground on one side. So you've got a bevel on both sides, but then a final grind only on one side. A little bit odd, a little bit unique, kind of cool in some ways. We've got jimping on the thumb riser, jimping on the handle scales. We've got a back lock knife, and a lockup is rock solid, under 3 inches. So most people in the world can have this unless you can't have locking knives. So if you are interested in a small knife like this, because it comes in at well under $10 US, this might be the knife that you're interested in. So stick around for the full review coming at you right now. This is a cool knife. We've got 8CR14 MOV steel. That's got a Rockwell of around 59. We've got a satin blade on it. There's the Sanrenmu logo on the blade there, on the bevel, 787. On some places it says B-787 on websites. GearBest has got the best price on this right now. Fast Tech also has this knife, but it costs more there. We've got steel handles that are painted black. And then we've got steel liners inside, and they've been flame anodized, this kind of rainbow color, as you can see there. Jimping all the way around. Lanyard hole back here, although it's not a very heavy knife, so if you wanted this size knife on a keychain, you could do that as well. The pocket clip is tipped down only, but it's left or right. So that's a good thing. I don't mind tip-down pocket clips, not at all. It kind of looks odd, looks like this kind of S kind of shape, sort of, but it's very comfortable in hand, even with that shape. Your thumb goes up here. It's just very nice in hand, left or right. In your left hand, you have to get used to having the chisel grind the way that it is, but it works, and you can use that. And these edges here being sharp means you can do all kinds of little jobs with it that you can't do with other knives. And then with the left hand, and with the right hand, very, very comfortable as well. You can even do these reverse grips on it and cover the end with your thumb, and you've got a nice solid handle on this thing. The back lock is very solid, no problem at all, and lockup is engaged right in there. Good solid lockup. Fit and finish here is excellent. Very, very good job they did on it. Deep pocket clip, so it clips right down to the bottom. Sorry, it sits right down to the bottom when it's in your pocket. So slides into your pocket and goes right there, and all you see is that little bit. Very, very nice on either side. It's a fairly snug grip. If you wanted to make it looser, you could kind of flex that out a little bit, but I like it the way it is. They made it lighter by putting some holes in there, as you can clearly see right there. And that's a decorative effect, and I don't think it really made it much lighter at all. But the thing only weighs 2.45 ounces, 71 grams, so it's a very light knife. It's kind of weird. We've got a back lock and open pillar construction. What? Yeah, that's what I said. I said we've got a back lock and open pillar construction. So yeah, it is a kind of unique knife, kind of cool. This knife has been around the block for a while. Right now, Sanrenmu's knives all have 4 digits on the model numbers, and this is an older style with the 3-digit model name. So who knows how long it's going to be available. I don't know if they're going to make a 4-digit updated version of this or not. Who knows? We've got a D-shaped pillar right here, so you can adjust it on this side. But this one isn't a Torx, this is an Allen. These screws are all hex screws, so you've got a hex screw there and then a smaller hex screw back there. I don't like taking back locks apart because sometimes they're really tricky to put back together. I shone a light really well in there, and I saw just a glint of that coppery kind of phosphor bronze color. So there's some phosphor bronze washers in there. It's easy to drip a little bit of oil in there. You know, oh, Bandit. My son's girlfriend came over, and now I've forgotten where I was. Totally forgotten what I was talking about. And just looking at the knife doesn't help. Oh, I was talking about the back lock, where this screw is, and you push down on this part, and it lifts up this locking part. And there's a little bit of an arm with, you know, there's a cutout there that sinks into this hole right here when it locks up, and that's what holds it. It's solid, no blade play up and down, side to side, nothing like that. Very, very good lockup. And when the knife is closed, the blade centering is perfect. It looks like it's a bit off, but that's just because you've got the one side has this wedge taken out of it. But perfect, sits in there just great. Love the jimping on here, really nice touch. And then they did something really cool with the blade right here. It's a tiny bit of a guard with the blade coming out here before it comes back up. Nice little sharpener's choil so you can sharpen right to that edge. Easy to sharpen this knife. Well, at least this first part. This last part up here, you've got to sharpen this entire face when you go to sharpen this edge, because that's like a saber, not like a saber, like a Scandi grind, where you've got a long, wide surface that you need to sharpen. Yeah, so you need to sharpen that entire face there and along this edge here when it's time. Beautiful little knife. Let's give you all of the dimensions. We'll zoom in a little bit for this. Okay, for all of the dimensions, cutting edge I measured from the sharpener's choil there diagonally across to this tip right here, not the very tip at the top, the one at the bottom of this wedge. 5.8 centimeters, 2.29 inches. Blade length is 2.5 inches, 6.4 centimeters. The blade thickness is 2.4 millimeters. That's 0.094 inches. The blade depth is biggest right here where my fingers are, 2.2 centimeters, 0.87 of an inch. I don't do a thickness behind the grind on a chisel grind, but if I did, you know, it'd be a little less than 0.5 millimeter right there. The handle length, and we'll close this. Handle length is all the way to the end here. 8.8 centimeters, 3.46. So just under 3.5 inches. The grip area is right around 3.5 inches. You get a little extra because of this little piece right there that I just finished talking about. 8.9 centimeters, 3.5 inches. The handle thickness, not counting the pocket clip, it's very thin, 7 millimeters, 0.277, so just over 1/4 of an inch thick. The handle depth is biggest right here, 3 centimeters, 1.2 inches. The total length of this knife with the blade deployed is 15.4 centimeters, 6.06 inches. And like I said earlier, it's 71 grams, 2.45 ounces. Right now at GearBest, this is on at, I think it's the regular price. And so their 10% off coupon, if you buy this before the end of June, there's a 10% off coupon, GB Midyear 2018, GearBest Midyear 2018, GB Midyear 218, $7.60 US, $10.15 Canadian, 6.61 euros or 5.81 pounds. And then you can get 10% off of that yet. What a deal. Like I said, Fast Tech is like $9 instead of $7.60. So really good deal at GearBest right now for this knife. Unique features, the whole thing. That's a unique feature, the whole thing is. It's just a special knife. It is very sharp from the factory. Great lockup. totally sound, nice sharpener's choil, very thin, so it's easily concealed in your pocket. You can take the pocket clip off and stick it just about anywhere you want. If you want to hide it somewhere or put it into a small kit or in a glove box, anywhere you want to just keep a spare knife. The flame anodization looks really nice. Good touch. Lanyard holes in the perfect spot. It's light enough to go on a keychain if you want it to. Some guys hate downward facing pocket clips, but this thing wouldn't be any better with a tip-up pocket clip anyways, because it's not designed to flip open in a hurry. It's designed to, open up and use in exactly the way I just showed you. You just open it up and use it. You don't flick it open in a dramatic flare. So for me, that tip-down pocket clip is just fine. So what do you think of this knife? Will you be getting one? Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. Thank you to everybody who uses any of my links to buy anything. If you use my links, I get a tiny bit of a commission. Even if you just want to go shopping at GearBest for that the mid-year sale, if you use my link to get to GearBest and then you do shopping, anything you buy, I'll get a tiny commission for it. And a whole bunch of tiny commissions does add up. Same thing with Amazon. I just got paid by Amazon, and I got enough money out of 2 months worth of Amazon to get another knife mailed to me. And, so you guys using my links helps me get more items to review. And for that, I am very, very thankful. Remember, guys, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.